Hey, I'm Victor Bailey. This is the new Hartke High Drive 410 and the LH1000 amp, Class A valve preamp. Beautiful sounding stuff. This is actually my first time checking it out. I've been here a few hours figuring out some things and listening to it, and it's great. You're gonna love it. Call Larry and tell him when you get done. Guess who this is? Larry Hartke. What's happening? Man, this amp is smoking. I'm there, man. I'm not gonna tell you what these guys are saying about you over here, but no, I'm kidding. They love you, man. No, the amp is really beautiful. The sound is really, I would say, I don't know if I want to call it an improvement, just the next generation. Yeah, I'll call you after I finish up here. See ya. These are 1,000 watt cabinets. They're capable of handling a lot of power. The LH1000 head is a 1,000 watt head, so you run almost no risk of ever distorting this or blowing it up. It can really handle a lot. I generally use two 410 cabinets with this new paper and aluminum cone design. It's got a nice warmth and a nice bottom, but it still has that beautiful clarity of the Hartke that I really love. It's great sounding, really projects really well, but I can really feel it in my back, which is something I really like. Great stuff. The sound that I'm getting from the amp now, it's got a really broad range. I can get a really clear sound, really bright sound, but a really warm sound as well, which works very well for me. I mean, I've done things as diverse as Weather Report to Madonna, played on Mary J. Blige records, LL Cool J records, the OJs, and Wayne Shorter. So I use all the different sounds that are available, and with this amp, you know, I can get everything from a really nice jazzy dark sound to a kind of punchy fusion sound. You know, to a nice slapping sound without having to really touch the EQ. Like now I'm about to turn the EQ up a little bit for my slapping. You know, I was able to get all those different sounds without having to touch the EQ for the most part. The amp just naturally has a beautiful balance of high and mid and low. The preamp section, the equalizer section is very simple. It's just bass, mid, and treble. This is something I have been asking for since I was a little kid. Since I grew up in the 80s, amps always have 50,000 million knobs on them. And when I want more bass, I don't want to change the tone, which a lot of fancy amps do. I just want to make it a little fatter. This amp gives me that. It's a perfect balance of everything, but it sounds like my bass. Instead of coloring the sound of my bass, I can get whatever I want, dark, light, bright, without having to touch this. It's beautiful. Love it. My general approach to using an amp is that I don't really get my sound, try to get my sound from the amp. I only use the amp to to try to tune my sound to the environment, meaning I try to figure out what I need in the room. How much bass do I need in the room? How much treble do I need in the room? Sometimes if I played a room that's all carpets and curtains, it's really dark, I might want to put a little more treble on it. If I play a really bright room that has a marble floor and glass behind the stage, it might be bright and I might want a little less treble. So I try to tune the sound of the bass to the room. And then any little settings I need, it's usually nothing more than me changing my treble settings on the bass. I know some folks get real into the EQ on the amp or the preamp, but that's just not my approach. I can make a lot of the differences I want just with my fingers. What I'm finding with this amp is the natural sound of it is just a really nice, beautiful sound. You know, and then if the differences I want will come from which part I play back here, or so that's my general approach to getting the sound. But I just like to, once I hear a nice sound coming out of the amp, I don't have to touch anything and just do it all right here. And this is giving me a really beautiful sound right now. I have a new CD which will be released in about a month and a half, which is September of 2008. The record's called Slippin' and Trippin'. I'll be starting the tour right at that time, which should coordinate with my new bass amps. So you come out and see me and you'll see the new amps. I'm going to be in the United States of America in September. I'll be in Europe and Asia in October and November. You can go to my website, www.victorbailey.com. You can also go to MySpace/Victor Bailey, and you can see where I'm playing. There's the new CD, Slippin' and Trippin'. There's a couple of other CDs that'll be coming out after that. I won't announce those yet because I don't know what they are. And look for the new CD and look for the new band. We're known as Victor Bailey Group, and it's a hot band. We'll be around. I'll also be appearing with Billy Cobham in the month of September in a bunch of different places in the United States. So look for that as well. And come and check it out, and you'll hear the sound of this beautiful new Hartke equipment.